Hey guys, I'm Patrick Hall with fstoppers.com, and I am a photographer. I deal with tech all the time. I just got the brand new iPhone 15. Yes, it's been a few months. I'm a little behind, but I absolutely hate updating my phone and doing the whole process of transferring everything over. I'm coming from an iPhone 11, and for the last 24 hours, I have been about to pull my hair out with this one issue, and my business partner hasn't been sympathetic whatsoever. And so I thought, today I'm making this video, I'm showing this issue, I'm seeing if you guys have an answer, if you guys have experienced this, and am I as crazy as Lee says I am? Let's jump right into it. All right, so if you guys watch this channel at all, you know that Lee Morris, the other face of this channel, he loves tech. He loves to buy new gadgets. He loves to try new things. He wants to put 4 monitors on a single TV. He loves to make his life very complicated. I am the complete opposite. I love tech, I love innovation, but I like to put things in place and then I never want them to change. So when my Ring disconnects from the Wi-Fi, or my Roborock stops doing its tracking around my house, or my generator doesn't turn on because I live here in Puerto Rico and my refrigerator gets too hot and I have all these safety checks in place, it drives me crazy. I just want to buy something, I want to set it up, and I want it to work. Well, today my grievance comes from everyone's favorite company, Apple. So I just got the new iPhone 15 and Lee was like, oh, if you just put the 2 phones up, they will communicate with each other, sync over, transfer the old phone to the new phone. It's as seamless as possible. Maybe I need to make another video about that because it took me hours and hours to try to get that to work. It all revolved around the eSIM not transferring, and then my carrier, AT&T, they didn't have any real customer service to help me. They just, have these virtual assistants that just want to send me to an article, and I read the article and I'm like, that's not the problem I'm having. So anyway, I finally got that to work. But here is the latest problem. Every time I go to a dialog box or I have to enter a password, I start typing the password. A good password has letters, both uppercase, lowercase, and numbers, and even special signs. Inevitably, it's like it cuts over into the numbers. It's like the whole keyboard changes to numbers. And if I type the regular speed that I'm used to on this phone, all of a sudden, all these words are misplaced and misspelled and just nothing makes sense. Lee thinks I'm insane. I start Googling this and I find that people have had this issue since the iPhone 13. And of course, everyone's got a different solution. One of them is go into accessibility and change the haptic touch. Right now, I have it on default, but I guess older iOSs only had fast or slow, so you need to change it to slow. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Another one is to go into the dictionary and update the whole dictionary. That one seems weird. Another one is you go into general, go to keyboards. You should turn off the slide to type function. And some even say to toggle on and off the predictive feature. I leave predictive off because I feel like it just doesn't work well for me. Depending on where you go, there might be 5 solutions for this fix. They all seem like they're software. I don't think I have a hardware problem, but I've gone through all of these and none of them seem to work. So I'm kind of stuck saying, what is the 6th solution that I haven't found anyone write about, and why is it only applying to my phone? Of course, because I'm the only one that seems to have these problems and not Lee. He thinks I'm crazy and he's like, just look it up. He even went as far as just showing me how to use Google. And I'm like, you don't understand. I've been on YouTube, I've been on Reddit, I've been using Google. I've followed all of these steps and I'm still getting my keyboard to jump into the numbers about 5% of the time. So I'm gonna try to capture this with a camera to see, 1, it in action as it happens, and then 2, to see if it's something I'm doing. He thinks maybe my thumb is doing it. And I thought, well, that makes sense. If I go to the keyboard and look at the way that my hand holds the phone, there is this little bit of skin that goes over. But when I try to intentionally touch the number button with that fatty part of my hand, I can't do it intentionally. So I have no idea how I'm doing it unintentionally. I literally can't get it to do that. And then I've also noticed while typing that sometimes I have my phone like this, where that part of the hand is not touching the edge at all, and it still jumps into numbers. So I do not think it is my hand or the way that I'm using it, and if it is, I have no idea how I'm gonna change that behavioral pattern. When I was on the iPhone 11, this never happened, and I hold the phone the same way. Now, there is a difference in the way that these phones are designed. The iPhone 11 has this kind of rounded bevel, and then the iPhone 15 now has this thicker edge. It reminds me a lot of the iPhone 4, I think, which was my favorite phone ever. I love the smaller compact. Please, Apple, make a smaller phone again. I think they discontinued this with the 13 or 14. So I'm stuck with this one. If I want the Pro version with the 3 lenses, this is the only, option that I have. So man, this has been a rough 24 hours. Usually getting a new phone is a super exciting moment in your life. This has been anything but I've gone so far now to transfer everything into this, I can't imagine returning this now. So I'm in this conundrum. So my life is extremely stressful right now because I can't even type and put in passwords into my phone. I was trying to get into Twitter or X the other night, and they don't have the little eyeball that lets you see what you've actually typed. And so when I type in the password, it will just like jump 3 or 4 letters because it's adding all of these numbers in there. And it literally took me 30 minutes to log into my Twitter account. So again, let me know if you've experienced this problem, if you know a solution, and hopefully this video has proven that other people have had this problem and that it's not user error on my part. I literally do not think my hand is doing this by accident. So this video is not the video I planned to make today. It has absolutely nothing to do with our channel, but if I'm gonna waste hours, I might as well film it, right?
Are you a photographer? Well, we're doing a huge portrait photography contest right now. The winner is actually going to get Tamron's updated version of their 70 to 180 millimeter 2.8 lens. This lens is absolutely incredible with my Sony cameras, but if you happen to shoot Nikon or Canon, you can choose that mount as well. Second place is going to get the world's most advanced Thunderbolt dock by Ivanki, and third place is going to win a free tutorial from the Fstoppers store. You can check out this contest at fstoppers.com/contest right now.